It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is
Still
here on
watching me,
Raw.
bro?
He must have some major news to share. Let's hear what the game
Here you go.
has to say.
As you
Now you're going
all
to see a
know,
storyline.
We've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're going to answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a Chief Content Officer, I'm going to drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the men's division for years to come. I've seen his potential for greatness already as the top star of another promotion. That's right. I think you know who I'm talking about. They could be the next AJ Styles, the next Jade Cargill, or better yet, carve their own path to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have a rival.
It's pretty good graphics. What do you think, bro?
#1 overall.
Oh, I can't wait for draft night.
It's crazy. You playing pool? Nice. Pro wrestling in Japan. Dude, I did good work on my guy, though. Look at that. That detail and shit. After a coin toss between the GMs, Raw has won the right to have the first pick in next week's WWE Draft. Rumors are swirling of who it could be. Craziest rumor I've seen is the Celtic Wolf. What? Hearing that Celtic Wolf's contract is expired and officially a free agent, the WWE Draft is next week. Coincidence? Some of you need to stop listening to criticism from people you wouldn't ask for advice from. Yes, Triple H, the new Army Dutch begin next week, and it will be built on all goals. Gee, bros, I've seen all the reports on when we go way back. So can you give me a hint where you're headed next? Is it the WWE? If not, this is on the social feed. Oh. Intergender match? What the heck? Intergender match. Don't miss the latest of the TV featuring matches from Batman. Sure, I'm on you. Oh. Said you fucker. 1.205. Striker. Should make a meeting. All I heard was, "It was me." All right, buddy. Have a good night, man. Yep. See you tomorrow, buddy. All right, buddy. There. I'm an 86 overall already. Bam. Hey, Alpha, you still there, buddy?
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
I wouldn't mind one more match over in Japan at PWJ.
Oh, Randall, you need to
Make that
stop.
happen?
Sure thing. Just don't get
She's
injured.
over here
And
shitting her
a win
pants.
would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So, I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey! It's been a bit. How have you been?
Busy. Good to see you again, Jade. You've been on one hell of a run in WWE. Not that I'm surprised. When we worked together, I always knew you were destined for big things.
I appreciate that. And from what I'm hearing, you might be following in my footsteps.
Maybe. You never know where I'll show up next.
Really? Because I just saw you talking to a WWE producer. But if you don't want to say, I respect that.
Thanks, Jade. See you soon. Maybe.
Alpha, you still there, buddy? Going against Chosen. You can. I'm screen sharing. I'm also live on YouTube, too, if you want to watch me on YouTube. You know, that's his brother. That's in the boxing. Eh. That was quick. That was a quick match.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft. And it just got even bigger. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling. Will they be the #1 pick?
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. Well, you've competed all over the world, and most recently were a star for a rival company. What personality traits led to your success?
Everything I do has a purpose. People like to say they're 2 steps ahead. Well, I'm 20. You can't survive on sheer strength and athleticism. You need to be scheming and calculated.
I can see how that got you here. So then, what can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I'd say it's something I could use in my favor. Perception is reality, right? Well, if I'm #1, that just makes my opponents perceive me to be that much tougher to beat. I'll use any advantage I can get.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
I've got all the angles covered. Kind of like this wrestler I used to watch growing up. What was his nickname? The Cerebral Assassin?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I guess he didn't amount to much.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
About to get drafted, bro.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, Raw is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one. Talk about making a splash. Adam Pearce got himself a generational talent. We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype. Good luck topping this SmackDown. Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here. Talk about ruining a moment. What the heck? Who was that? Oh, where's security? Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with the authorities to get to the bottom of it, but Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I can handle my own strategy on how to deal with this. Thanks.
I'll set up a match for you next week on Raw, and it'll be against a local competitor you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right? I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, It's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy. But I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me, and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity...
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
Here's a person with a lot of spirit and some skill.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 2...
After rumors in an eventful draft, this man is ready to make his WWE debut.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart!
This guy is no stranger to the squared circle, but there is something special about stepping into a WWE ring for the first time.
Definitely, Saxton. The attack at the draft was certainly a disappointing welcome, but this match should give this superstar the debut he deserves.
The wait is finally over. WWE's newest superstar has finally arrived. I'm sure that our newest superstar and #1 draft pick is thrilled to get into the ring and put the events of last week's draft behind him.
The fraction of the hype is real. The attack at the draft will soon be nothing but a speed bump in what will likely be a long and fruitful WWE career.
A career that should start with flattening Adrian Buck, who drew the short straw to end up as sacrificial roadkill. No muss, no fuss on that delivery. Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to.
Just cranking the head. Oh, sent straight into the corner hard. Has them up. Nice waist lock. Takedown. Holding on. How about another? Establishing complete control.
And Buck took a battering there.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Adrian looking helpless to every attack.
Yeah, Buck's got to slow down this assault.
Caught in a bad spot.
That's one way to fight out of the corner.
Methodically targeting the arm.
He is completely focused on the task at hand here.
Yeah, don't expect him to press pause anytime soon.
His body is dealing with a lot of stress here.
At this point in the match, you have to expect to be run down.
And right into the pin. Two.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess he's taking matters into his own hands.
Good. I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Tony D'Angelo from NXT?
Not surprised with his track record.
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough! Sit down and stay there.
What are we going to do with him? We're going to get some answers. And we're going to get them right now.
You have no idea.
I have a lot of ideas. And now we're going to start figuring out which one of them is accurate. Start talking.
The new era has arrived.
I know you're known for these types of attacks, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us. Them. All of them.
Who is them? Your goons? The family?
Lardan.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking mafia wannabe out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Well, looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own. Whether it's his family or someone else behind the scenes.
How's your game going, bro?
There's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
This is a pretty cool storyline so far. Now I've got to whip Tony D'Angelo's ass. Now I'm going against wannabe Mafia.
It's Raw's #1 draft pick hoping to shut down their attacker.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart.
There's an extra degree of intensity from this superstar tonight. It looks like he's determined to put an end to Tony D'Angelo's attacks once and for all.
I'm sure he is, Saxon. This is a true grudge match. D'Angelo messed with the wrong guy here.
The mask is off, the gloves are off, and any moment will be off too.
The legitimate businessman, Tony D'Angelo.
And his opponent, representing the family, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D'Angelo.
Say nobody cares. Let them rip your freaking head off.
We're certainly no strangers to surprise attacks and deceptive actions, but this match feels especially personal.
You're not wrong, Cole. I'm honestly impressed the #1 pick had the self-control to face Tony D'Angelo in the ring rather than roughing the jabroni up backstage.
D'Angelo ruined 2 big nights, and tonight his target is looking to ruin Tony D'Angelo.
Looking to get airborne here. From the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord. The arm absorbing the damage. D'Angelo looking powerless to every attack.
Tony might be feeling a bit rattled.
Got them off their feet here.
He quickly gets out of dodge.
One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
With the Falcon Arrow. And it looks like he might have just caught Tony D napping. Double axe handle smash. He ends the pin attempt for some reason. Oh, ouch. He's giving this match all he's got right now.
Attacking again and again. It's all him right now.
Decapitator. Gets the reversal. What a counter. He connects with a counter. Left side, the spine buster.
His adrenaline is pumping right now.
And into the corner he goes. Clothesline in the corner. D'Angelo looking powerless to every attack.
Tony's on the taking flight.
Bang, what a splash. Across the shoulders, up and gotcha. There you go, Cole.
D'Angelo down, and he might be out.
Going for the cover. This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Tony D'Angelo and whatever this was all about.
Now what? Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Trick Williams from behind. What is happening?
And now Tony D'Angelo's recovered and joining the NXT champion. Clearly D'Angelo wasn't acting alone in all of this.
Damn, I'm getting jumped right now, bestie. Getting jumped right now.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
2K25, WWE.
Adam Pearce is trying to intervene.
Nikita Lyons with a chair.
And Pearce goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and Kevin Owens? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Damn, that was crazy. Beat the living dog shit on him.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Then it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from the Indies.
Okay, but how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to train together for years. You spend that much time with someone, putting your health and safety in their hands, you know you can trust them.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny
I got one right here.
Wow, you came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Who else could I trust more than my old training partner?
Yeah, we were always trying to outdo each other back in the day. Might be nice to team up together for once.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit.
I'm a chick now. Let me know, Alpha, if you want to play some NHL or something.
So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah. Pearce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being bold and brash.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
We need to hit them harder than they hit us. Punch them right in the mouth so they know who they're messing with. They showed up here and caused chaos? Okay. We go to NXT and do the same thing, but worse.
I would have leaned toward having a more thought-out plan, but your way could work too. Let's do it.
You ready?
We're gonna punch them right in the mouth.
Let's do this. What the hell?
Well, hello there. Have a good flight down. We were expecting you.
We were not expecting you.
For the uninitiated here, I'm Troy Simpkin, former WWE producer, now NXT Mutiny's top producer. We knew you'd be coming and we outsmarted you. NXT is clearly not broadcasting here tonight, and instead has moved to a secret, undisclosed location.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm afraid not. Man, you should see the looks on your faces.
Can I strangle him? I want to strangle him.
I'm just the messenger.
Well, we came all the way here. We're not gonna leave empty-handed.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah. We're taking Troy with us. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, and we can use him as a bargaining chip.
You're calling the shots.
This really isn't necessary. I'm just a producer. I'm clueless.
We know. You're coming with us.
Please be gentle.
NXT Mutiny. You one-upped us. Well played moving the location of your show. But if you think you outsmarted us, think again. See, I've brought in someone to help even the sides. And she had a brilliant idea.
That's right. We have borrowed your top producer, Troy Simpkin. Say hello, Troy.
Hello? Help, please?
All right, that's enough. So, NXT Mutiny. If you want Troy back, show up to Raw and fight us. I have my debut match later tonight, and your buddy Troy will be out there at ringside.
And unlike you, we're not going to run and hide. We're going to be exactly where we say we are.
See you soon.
Please show up.
Please show up.
Here she is, making her WWE debut with what seems to be a 50% willing entourage.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, Alpha Wolf Randy.
Most would want all eyes on them for their WWE debut, but she seems fine sharing the spotlight.
She's not sharing the spotlight, Saxton. That's a Watchtower searchlight. She and her partner, former WWE producer Troy
He tried to run away.
escape from captivity.
A bold debut so far. Let's see how she fares in the ring.
I had heard this new addition to the WWE roster has a take no prisoners mentality, but she seems to be bending her own rules here tonight.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, Saxton. Now, former WWE producer Troy Simpkin may not be well-liked, but he's the bait they're using to draw Mutiny out.
The question now is whether Mutiny will bite the hook and how any of this may impact the fight going forward.
Hit hard and straight into the pin, and she kicks out.
Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there.
Leading her into the corner now. Drop kick. She's going up now, going up high.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
She's amped and ready to show she's not one to be messed with.
And Zelina finding herself on the defensive.
Heavy work being done to Zelina right now.
She's facing some real pushback here. Heading for the top rope, looking for something big here.
taking flight. Good Lord, taking flight. From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner. She's getting back into the ring, under the ropes.
Whoa, what a landing. That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Picked up and being carried around now. What now? What now? And she's in a bad way here.
Can she recover from this? That's the question.
She's out of the ring. The referee's count will begin soon.
On the top. Whoa, look out.
From all the way up. Wasted no time. Flying out to the floor.
Tilt-a-whirl arm drag.
Looking for the suplex all the way up. Look at this power. Oh, no.
Into a chop block.
She isn't taking this lying down anymore.
That could be the shift she was looking for. A running hurricanrana.
And Zelina can't stop any offense coming her way.
Tough night so far for Zelina.
Zelina being sized up.
Zelina's in the grasp. God. Zelina is in big, big trouble.
And going for the pin. She did it! She picked up the victory!
Here is your winner, Alpha Wolf Randy.
What a debut! She not only showed off the fearless, relentless approach we'd heard about, but also secured a huge win in her first match here at WWE.
And right in front of NXT's own...
I can't believe my plan didn't work.
We both thought Mutiny actually cared about Troy. But like they said, I guess he's just a worthless twit.
Hey, I'm standing right here. And I'm just as shocked as you are that Mutiny didn't ride in on their white horses to save their prince. I wonder if I can get my old job back. Can either of you put in a word with Triple H?
We need to find something NXT actually cares about to lure them into a fight. Otherwise, they're going to keep dodging us.
What about their precious Unity Tag Team Championships? If kidnapping Troy didn't work, maybe we could title nap those?
You might be onto something there. But how are we going to find out where they're broadcasting from?
I could help with that. If you put in a good word for me.
Yeah, sure. What can you tell us?
I may have been on a group text that mentioned the undisclosed location of their shows. But first I'll need reassurances.
Troy? Disclose it. Now.
Okay. Fine.
Another successful Unity title defense for Lexis King and JC Jane.
Hang on, we have some visitors from the Raw and SmackDown side.
How'd they find out where we are? Did you tell them, Saxton?
It wasn't me, but they're taking the fight to the champions.
Good. It's about time.
It looks like we're going to have an impromptu brawl on our hands. This is an incredibly bold move to come down here and bring the fight to Mutiny.
It's bold and brilliant, Cole. Attacking in an undisclosed location, the Unity champs were totally complacent. They let their guard down, and now they're paying. Setting up for something here.
Lexis King takes a vicious buckle suplex.
And JC's nailed with a stun gun.
The champs are down. WWE titles.
I think they're leaving with them.
And the champs can't do anything about it.
They've come in here and stolen the NXT Unity Tag Team Championships. I love it.
Score one for Raw and SmackDown.
They stole their titles. Who the fuck does that? You just stole
I saw
their
what you
titles.
did by invading NXT's secret location and acquiring their Unity championships. Bold move.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it, so this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Bullshit.
Here are the borrowers of the Unity titles.
You gotta love the swagger to walk into this arena holding those two belts they didn't even earn.
Hey, they are the current Unity Tag title holders. It's just in this case, I mean that literally. They are holding the titles.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our Tag Team Championship match.
And this is the one I've been waiting for all day, Cole. What these teams can do inside that ring, never...
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. Lexis King and Jacy Jayne have successfully defended their Unity titles multiple times, and you can bet they're itching to reclaim their stolen belts tonight.
Yeah, but those defenses were practically gift-wrapped with hand-picked opponents in favorable locations. Tonight, they face a real challenge.
We will see these two new out taking flight.
Diving body splash.
The champion is willing to take every risk tonight.
Just grounded and pounded.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Momentum entirely against Lexis here.
Lexis isn't showing the capacity to fight back.
The challenger unable to stay out of harm's way.
Here's a tag.
What's going to happen here?
We're about to find out. Double shoulder tackle.
Working in perfect cohesion, the champions have a strategy in mind.
Standing Spanish fly, are you kidding me?
Incredible.
fresh off the turnbuckles?
Right to the midsection. It's got to be demoralizing when you're the combatant on the wrong side of the double team.
Maybe he calls off the pin attempt, maybe wanting to try something else.
Axe handle finds the mark. How can the challengers put up a fight in this situation?
Tag is made. What do these two have in store?
Double shoulder block.
Those two are in such a cohesive rhythm out there.
It's like playing jazz, but using your opponent as the drum. And he got to his partner.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now. Looking to go up high.
Taking flight.
Through the air. And connects.
You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that.
Reaching deep into the bag of tricks for this one. Any combination. Imagine winning this way. He gets the kick out after the one.
Wow, I thought this was over. Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexis King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the producer who's wrapped up in all this?
I think so. Seems like he's working against NXT Mutiny now.
Hold on. Spear on JCJ.
Oh, speared that bitch.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down on a JCJ with the cover.
We're the new Unity Tag Team Champions.
Amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Troy, the producer.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple of weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
My title is shit.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you used that goofball Troy to find where Mutiny was hiding and then win their Unity titles. Well done.
I guess Troy's show of loyalty in our match was enough to get his job back.
And we discouraged Mutiny from trying to hide from us. They said from now on, they'll be back at the Performance Center.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Apparently it has 12 o'clock. Why are you not in bed? You got a phone right there with the camera and everything. What are you getting, buddy?
Am I the only one seeing this, Oos? NXT's Mutiny out here making moves, pulling everyone to their side while people watch the uprising from the sidelines. Even Triple H and the board are low-key cheering for them.
You don't have to remind me. I saw it firsthand at the draft, remember? It should be all hands on deck.
Yeet. We need more people doing stuff like taking those Unity titles off them.
Thanks. It might have been a small victory, but every little bit helps. If we can keep chipping away, eventually they'll topple.
For real. Anything to slow their momentum down. It was starting to feel like they could do whatever they wanted. Reminds me of when the Bloodline first started. We had that edge. And nobody was cool like us.
But we've seen that all play out before, right? Starts out hot, but a lot of folks are gonna get left out once they get what they want, you know?
Seen it, felt it. When you're useful, you get used. When you're not, well, like you said, we've seen how that plays out.
It's embarrassing how easily people fall for Mutiny's spectacle of brutality and rebellion. They're so easily seduced. But we can exploit that weakness too. Turn their own game against them.
You got something cooking.
You said it yourself. People are joining up because Mutiny is cool. It's got an edge that makes standard corporate WWE look basic.
We can't compete with that smoke.
Not unless I show them some fire, ooze.
So you do have a plan. Yeet.
Yep. And I'm kicking it off later tonight. You're gonna love this one, Jay.
Can't wait, Oos.
New World Order.
It's the superstar who is destined for WWE greatness.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart.
Guys, what's up with the NWO shirt?
I love the nod to the past. Is this maybe an embrace of those notorious NWO devious and disruptive tactics?
Color me concerned, Corey. He could be hinting at an alliance with Mutiny. That would be a major shift in the power balance.
A fashion explanation will have to wait because this match won't.
Look at that celebrity ass Dr. Pepper can.
Oh, wow.
Stand up and pay respect to the master.
And his opponent, representing American-made from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
I'm sure I'm not the only one still distracted by that NWO shirt. It's tough to focus on the match with that hanging in the air.
Well, just try being a professional, Saxton. It's a shot. Besides, I'm sure we'll get an explanation. Transition right into the pin.
Lifts up the shoulder.
Very soon to be going for a pinfall.
Left side. Spine buster.
Suplex, here it comes. Nicely done.
Big move followed up with a pin attempt. Looking to secure an early victory.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Enough already. And Gable's hopes are waning in this one.
This is Chad's perseverance getting tested. Into the slam.
Hit that with everything and following it with the pin. Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating.
Gable was waiting for it. Up for the electric chair, down for the drop. Dominating shoulder tackle.
Close fist connects. Taking things to the top rope.
Running knee.
He's able to counter that. That puts a stop to Gable.
Arms hooked. Into the slam.
It seems like this match.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, man.
Battle for him.
Another reminder that the longer this match goes on, the harder things are going to get.
And down with the gourd buster.
Can Gable withstand much more of this?
Gable has to gather the energy to turn the tip.
Taking flight.
Body splash.
He wants his crowd on their feet. He wants them to make some noise.
It saw what was coming there.
And that might be
Kick to the knee. La Maestra cradle. Perfectly applied.
Fights the shoulder up in one.
surprised to not even get a 2 count at this point.
Measured up and boom, drop. Momentum is completely in his corner now.
He is showing no signs of slowing down in his attacks.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
He'll take things into the ring.
Bam! Return fire from Gable.
He's looking to get back in this.
Yeah, he had enough and fought back. Swift answer with the boot.
Got out of the way that time. Great ring awareness saved him. That was vicious. Terrible position for Gable.
Makes the cover. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart.
An impressive victory, and maybe with the win under his belt, we can get some clarity about his attire.
I hope so, Corey. With all the chaos Mutiny is causing these days, the last thing we need is ambiguity. I have a feeling this is more than just a random shirt.
Incredible performance out there tonight, but I think there's one question on everyone's mind. Why the NWO shirt?
Look, we all know that WWE is at a turning point. There's a civil war brewing, and it's largely because WWE has become stale, predictable, formulaic. We need to evolve.
So you're saying that you're joining Mutiny?
No. Mutiny is chaos for the sake of chaos. And just like so many times in history, the real fighters are going to get pushed aside once the leaders get what they want. Anyone who thinks they could trust Bayley and KO to protect their best interests is an idiot. So here's my message to all the superstars on both sides and everywhere in between. It's time for a new direction. We need to embrace our past to forge our future. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. The NWO wasn't about politics. It was about power and domination. So anyone who wants to stop playing the game and wants to run it, join me in my NWO movement.
That is a powerful call to arms, but as the former #1 draft pick, some might say you're as establishment as it gets. How do you reconcile that with calling for this new direction?
Being the #1 pick gives me a platform. My position lets me bridge the gap between the establishment and the rebels. I'm not here to tear down. I'm here to build better. So stand with me and take the third path. Not mutiny, not the WWE establishment, but a movement built on real power. I'm calling for a new era. Not just to challenge mutiny, but to redefine this business as it should be through dominance and brute force. Welcome to the New World Order.
So, do you want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bringing back the NWO?
Relax. Let me explain.
You'd better explain. I made you the #1 draft pick because I trusted you to be a cornerstone for WWE, not spearhead a whole new rebellion.
It's not another rebellion. This NWO stuff is just a way to stir up some trouble within Mutiny. It's a play. I just need people to believe it's real. And that's obviously working.
That is a pretty good idea, actually. But I really wish you'd run the stuff past me first.
And spoil the surprise? Come on. I've got this under control. Just sit back and enjoy my brilliant manipulations. You just might learn something.
Okay, I'll give you some rope. Just be smart.
I always am. That's why it's working.
And here's the man reviving the NWO in more ways than one.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart.
He's not just emulating the New World Order, he's declaring war on Mutiny with Joe Coffey and Shotzi by his side, all proudly NWO.
Any enemy of Mutiny is a friend of mine, Corey, and he is clearly rallying powerful allies.
Battle lines are drawn as the new NWO faces Mutiny right now.
This is one intimidating superstar.
I agree with you, Saxton. I pity those who pick a fight with Braun Breaker.
And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun Breaker.
A modern-day genetic freak who hits and moves like no one else.
Braun has so much speed, so much power, he can shift the ring with just a single move.
Breaker moves like a bullet train, a one-man wrecking crew.
Already titles to his name in NXT and on the main roster. No telling what this kid can do. A young man who eats, sleeps, and breathes success.
Think about this. Braun Breaker won the NXT Championship only a few months into his tenure at NXT. And then he goes on to win the Intercontinental title only a few months into his tenure on the main.
This isn't just another match. The newly formed NWO needs to show they can stand up to Mutiny's challenge.
Exactly, Corey. And with Mutiny members like Joe Coffey and Shotzi now donning NWO colors, this fight isn't just pivotal, it's personal.
And our personal feelings aside, I'm sure Mutiny wants to squash this new faction before they can prove the NWO can be major players too.
Trampling the opposition.
And it's Breaker himself being the one flattened there.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be enough to end things yet.
Enough already.
Breaker can't seem to get out of harm's way.
Breaker needs to find that spark and rally.
Gets lifted into position. Gotcha. He's headed to the top now.
Taking flight.
What a splash!
He's getting pumped, he's getting focused, and he's taking the WWE Universe with him.
He puts him into the corner. Clothesline in the corner! And heading up top. Lift off!
Big splash!
He's just having his way now. No regrets, no second thoughts.
He's not planning on letting up anytime soon.
Cross the shoulders, up and boom!
Caught him right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
It's all about focus. You have to be able to ignore the pain as the match wears on.
Decapitator! And Braun's having trouble managing this onslaught.
Braun's on the wrong side of every exchange. What is the ref doing? Don't worry about that now. Get down and count.
If that won't beat him, I'm not sure anything will.
Uppercut.
That'll cost some teeth. Oh, clothesline.
Going to the top rope. What's his plan?
Blast on!
Suicide dive.
Watch this Herculean power. This is terrifying power into the suplex.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Climbing up those ropes now. Gotta act fast to beat the count.
The seconds are ticking away.
And now he's going to the top rope.
To the sky!
All the way to the outside.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent. Off the barricade.
Delivered into the barricade. Oh, colliding with the barricade. Back in the ring.
Oof, that'll teach him not to showboat in the middle of a match. Taking flight.
Body splash.
Really feeding off all of his faithful fans.
There you go, Cole. Baker's got a problem here.
Climbing up to the top, looking to go high risk.
Lift off. Splash. Massive. There you go, Cole. That's got to be a wrap.
And into the cover. Oh, shoulder running for a three.
Breaker defiantly getting his shoulder up in time.
Will that be the last opportunity? Is there still enough left in these men? European uppercut. And that's another well-placed attack to his head and neck area.
Cross the shoulders, up and boom. There you go, Cole. Hit again, and that's got to be it.
Cover! Raise the roof! He's got the victory!
Here is your winner, Wolf Brandon Lee Stewart.
After that victory, it seems clear this new NWO is poised to be a major player in the fight against Mutiny.
Absolutely, Cole. They're taking over. The New World Order is here, and they're not just here to participate. They're here to dominate.
NWO for life, baby. And boss, before you say anything, you should know I'm already putting together a crew to help the Black and White take out Mutiny and the rest of the WWE. So far, it's me, and that's it. But you gotta start somewhere.
Right. Look, just slow down.
I can't slow down. I'm all in. SmackDown is gonna get smacked. Raw is gonna get cooked. They won't even be able to call it Raw anymore. They'll have to call it extra well done. Even though it won't be well done at all when we're through with them. NWO!
Quiet, Truth. Listen, this whole NWO thing, it's complicated.
No, it's not. That's the beauty of it. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of superstars here who are 3 corners short of a squared circle. If you get my drift, they're very easily fooled. That's why we need this. It's totally real, and it's awesome. Watch. NWO Sneak Attack! That felt amazing. Now everyone knows the NWO is back.
It's not. Truth, you need to listen to me.
Good idea. You be the boss, and I'll be the enforcer, and go find some more WWE superstars to beat up under the banner of the NWO.
No, don't do that.
Okay. Then you be the boss, and I'll be the idea man. Here's my first one. NWO pay-per-view. Location? The moon. All we need is a rocket. How hard do you think it'll be to take over NASA?
Listen to the words I am saying. This whole NWO thing is fake. I made it up. I'm just trying to destabilize Mutiny, that's all. None of this is real.
It's not real? It feels real to me.
It's not, though.
Okay, I understand. It's not real, because we still need to dream it into reality. And we will. Because it's out with the old and in with the new world order. You are inspiring.
And you are exhausting.
I thought you said you had this under control.
I do. It's just our truth that's the problem. And then I had to back him up or it would have blown my cover.
Well, we wouldn't want that. It'd be a real shame if I only had one massive insurrection to deal with. Now I'm losing superstars to 2 factions.
This is on me. I didn't expect it to work this fast. Impressive if you think about it. But I'll fix it. Don't worry. I know how to clean up my messes.
You need to end it. Now.
How about I end it next week? We've got some momentum. And I might have already paid for some things to make this NWO movement seem legit. Including a non-refundable deposit on an arena. Throwback set and all.
Fine. But only because Orton and Gunther are looking for payback. And Mutiny too. So at whatever NWO show you're apparently putting on, you're gonna host an inter-brand fatal 4-way. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and your fake New World Order.
It'll be a night to remember.
Just make sure when it's over, your NWO is forgotten.